Alright, let's just jump straight back into this. Last time, if I recalled correctly, I think I was going east, and then I decided to go north in the Aether. And I am still just going through random silver dungeons and just hoping I hit, like, one of the last two pieces of loot. Or better yet, preferably both of them, but not sure how lucky I'm gonna get in regards to, well, that. Yeah, there's another Valkyrie pickaxe in here. I already got two earlier. And I don't even think I found, like, the first one that long ago either. Wait, where's my golden feather? Okay, there it is. Apparently I'm not good at looking. I'll just get this on again. I mean, you usually want to have that on for pretty much everything except for just combat and doing temples. So we're gonna go north. Oh, EduGamer, welcome to the stream. I believe this is your first time dropping by here. Yeah, I am trying to get the last two items out of this Aether mod that I do not yet have. Depends on my luck, this series might actually end up being over very soon. Could be possible the series won't last for that much longer. I mean, actually, for my sake, I'm really hoping it doesn't end up going to about, like, 50 live streams. Because we're on number 29. And we're 2 items away from just finishing our goal entirely of getting every item in the Aether. If we're really unlucky enough, it could stretch out that long. I mean, this just really depends on... Well, partly depends on how many silver dungeons I can find, and, well, clearing them's not a problem. I know how to do those with these. How many I can find, but more so, like, what kind of luck I have with them. I feel like there's probably one up here, so... I think the game's gonna slow down a bit to just render it. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, the game usually does this. I'm gonna try and just render a silver dungeon. I could turn this down further, but there are just several other settings I would have preferred to more or less just hit, to just choose. There are more or less several other settings I would have rather just used to simply just speed up the game, but for example, one of them, I could do fast trees in the overworld, but in the Aether, I can't really set the fast trees, because if you set this to fast, all the tree leaves are opaque, which means that it just takes less effort and resources for the computer you're playing on to more or less just render the trees as they're being spawned in to your chunk. Fancy and smart trees have transparent leaves you can see through, kind of like these ones. Fast trees have opaque leaves, which are faster, which is what I'd prefer. I'd prefer to just settle for opaque leaves and lower quality graphics if the game will just run smoother, but all of these settings don't seem to really have much of an effect in the Aether at all. Like, I still have these tree leaves you can see through, which it's more resource intensive as to just have them non-see-through. Oh, welcome back, Nightmare Ninja. Yeah, you missed the Dark Castle stream. And considering I got like 4 likes Well, I know that's a really small number. 13 views is also a pretty small number, but that's a good like-to-view ratio I got there. Got, like, a good portion of the people who watched that stream to click the like button, so I must have done something right. And likely, I'll find some time over the course of the next weekend, the one upcoming. Not next weekend, this weekend, to try and record a part 2 and see what I miss in, like, my first live stream of Dark Castle. Because I know for a fact I must have missed quite a bit in that. I know I missed a lot of stuff, but I'm just gonna need to actually set some time aside to go look up a couple walkthroughs. Because I'm definitely not going to be figuring out everything in that game by myself. I did catch on to a lot of things, but how you're supposed to get the key was not one of them, and even then still, I don't know what to do with the key. I'm talking about the key in Trouble 3, by the way. Is it anything I can maybe easily get my hands on? Like, Edu, what console is that game on? If it's on a console I don't have, then I think you'll be out of luck in regards to wanting to see me play that. That plus, I never really hooked up a console to my computer, so I really wouldn't know how to go about doing that. That plus, there's not a lot of space in my room to set that kind of stuff up, so if it's a console game, then there's really not much I could do, especially if it's a newer console. I mean, I think you could always rip the graphics from the hack itself, Punchako. I had no idea I had this stack and this stack of victory medals. Okay, now I'm smacking with a chicken. That's really not a good move right there. Yeah, don't smack him with a chicken. That's just like a complete waste of time. I'm pretty sure you can open up the graphics. Well, you can extract them from Lunar Magic first. You have to extract all the graphics to bin files, then open those up with YYCHR. Yeah, I'm assuming you can open up the hack in Lunar Magic and just extract the graphics. And not the EXGFX, just the regular GFX. Then somewhere in there, if you don't use the join GFX files, I'm pretty sure it's GFX 33 that the characters' graphics are in. Well, in this case, some of the characters' graphics, like the ones that have been changed, because I'm still aware that not every one of Trevor's frames was actually properly swapped out. Two more Valkyrie axes. I'll use these just to replace the legs I have that are bound to break apart soon. Yeah, it's 2 axes, a cape, and some gloves. Yeah, that's 2 more axes. I have, like, what? At least 10 of them? So what are 2 more gonna do for me? So I want to get this back on, of course. Then just continue to look for more of these silver dungeons because I didn't find one of the 2 rare items I'm looking for in that one, as you can see. I'm pretty much looking for a Neptune chestplate, which is like the blue plate body, and the Valkyrie shovel, which is like... The axes look like that, but it's the axe and not the shovel. Yeah, the Valkyrie tools have this silver and gold color scheme, but those are 2 axes, not the shovel I'm actually hunting down. Oh, I had no idea this could have sounded like that. I never really thought of it that way. Gravitite. I'll just grab it. May not have plenty of time, so I'll just pick it up. Yeah, it's up there. And I think that's a piece of gravitite all by itself, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually gonna pillar up here instead. No, you. Wait, what? Actually, no, in all seriousness, I am straight. And I don't know if you're gay either. That's just like force of habit. Like, please don't outright spam the chat. Oh, what am I saying? It's probably not gonna... It's probably not gonna stop him from doing so. Or I could overcomplicate things and screenshot the sprites from your self-torch you call your Let's Play and erase the background. You're gonna need to look at probably a lot more animation frames than just those. That plus I've never really heard of anyone ripping character sprites by doing that. As much sense as that would make. Where are my planks? Okay. Why did I even keep that? Okay, there's our next silver dungeon, it looks like. Yeah, these always take a lot of time to just load. And I'm not exactly sure what's, like, the most resource intensive when it comes to loading those dungeons either. All I know is I tend to lag a bit once I actually start approaching one. Maybe it has something to do with the lighting levels, perhaps, within the dungeon and, like, underneath it, or something like that. I would go for ripping the graphics from the ROM file itself, and then working off those, if I were doing this Chever sequel. I mean, that would make the most sense to me. Oh, right. You usually don't see these guys on, like, the first floor of a dungeon, but it's possible. Yeah, I'm getting pretty bad lag here. Still getting somewhat bad lag. Yeah, so I really don't... Okay. If these hits will just go through, that would be nice. I can't even pick this one up. I need to make more space in my inventory to pick it up. I can definitely toss those out. So I want to go up here, and then find the other staircase that goes down, and then I can just find another Valkyrie Queen. And it's just gonna then be like another try. Hopefully we'll just get the one of two pieces of loot we're missing. Why is there some ice here? I don't know how that appeared. Not sure how some of the water froze over there at all. And it's not like I'm wearing an ice pendant or anything that actually makes the water just freeze over when you step next to it. Like, I don't know. Oh, it's just the gloves again. I was getting a little excited for a second there, but no, it's just the gloves. So I'm not quite sure how this water froze over. Let's get this thing back on. and then just continue to go north. I see a gold dungeon, but again, I'm pretty much completely finished with those, so that doesn't concern me anymore. As cool as those look, that they're not what I'm going after anymore. Yeah, it seems to be a lot less resource intensive to load a gold dungeon in than it is for a silver one. Well, silver dungeons are pretty big and complex, so... Well, they're definitely bigger than the gold dungeons, that's for sure. Oh, that looks like a bronze dungeon right there, like the entrance to one. If I even wanted to bother with any. Yeah, if you really do want to find those, I guess just look on the sides of islands and eventually you will just see something like that popping out. And essentially there's your bronze dungeon. Okay, now I can pick the stuff up. Must have been a huge lag spike or something that wouldn't let me grab that. I really don't need this Ambrosium anymore, it seems. I just regenerate health and gain it back off the Vampire Blade faster than I could really lose it enough to actually warrant carrying these. So I really don't need Ambrosium anymore for anything. Yeah, I stopped needing it ever since I equipped the Regeneration Stone, essentially. Okay, I see. There's another gold dungeon. And another gold dungeon there, too. It looks like it's just one there. But yeah, like, again, I don't really have any reason to go to any more of these. Not sure where that damage just came from. Okay, that's why it's getting so laggy. Oh, shit, what's going on here? I have to get a closer look at, well, this. That looks pretty awkward, that. That looks like it's just been cut in the middle there. Yeah, I'm trying to throw these flowers out. I really don't need them. Yeah, so that explains how it was so laggy there. Gold and silver dungeon right next to each other, practically. Let me get a closer look here, actually. So this sort of cuts into the gold dungeon. Looks like it's cutting in. Okay, it's not really cutting into it that badly. Like, the actual Hellfire Stone still seems to be intact. I've seen, like, more messed up silver gold dungeon pairs than, like, this one. Yeah, that's still plenty of glowstone. Just figured I'd double check real quick. Oh, it's just boots, some gloves, and another regeneration stone. Whatever, I'll just take those. Yeah, 2 nice pairs of boots, but that's still not what I was looking for. At least this also just frees up an inventory space just by finishing off that chicken. Now I have another free inventory slot. Oh wow, more gravitite. I thought I was gonna get only, like, those 2 ores, but no, there's also this one as well I can just pick up. Alright, so that gravitite should last us a while. Yeah, that should last us for a bit. Again, that's probably just more clouds. I'll just quickly make it daytime while we're at it. It's just more pleasant to look at, like, a brighter screen. Just keep it day. It's, like, just nicer to look at for me. Yeah, still pretty much just exclusively looking for silver dungeons at this point. Yeah, like the rest of this live stream series is likely just going to be mostly that at this point. Yeah, that's what it pretty much turned into like 2 streams ago. It was just silver dungeons and nothing else. That and maybe except just building stuff in my base, but I'm not going to be doing anything else aside from that stuff now. Because those dungeons are all that's left at this point. Oh, Visigoth, yes, you're absolutely correct about Dark Castle. I'm pretty happy with the view to like ratio I got, so I'm going to try and find some time over the course of this upcoming weekend to just take a closer look at it and see what I missed. Yeah, and you were looking forward to this. I mean, I do remember just actually setting it to public a couple hours ago, so you can pretty easily find it now, I assume. Okay, that's why I can't walk up here. Oh, finally, some more islands. It was getting boring just looking at clouds. Makes me sad I couldn't be able to comment while you were actually playing it. Yeah, that's definitely like the most fun to watch a live stream when it's actually live. And I'm pretty much gonna run out of Holy Stone soon. I'm facing this way. Okay, that's north. That's northeast. That was, I think, northwest I was looking at. Okay, no, maybe this is southeast. Yeah, Pixel gone. Absolutely right. I'm seeing all this Ambrosium, but still, I haven't been using much of Ambrosium at all lately. Because I have the Vampire Blade and Regeneration Stone just already healing my health for me, so pretty much have no real use for this stuff anymore. I mean, its main purpose for me was just to refill on health, but don't need it to refill on health anymore, pretty much. I have other means of just getting my health back and just preventing from dipping too low. And they're like just more efficient overall than just having to go look for more and more Ambrosium. As good a method of healing up that was. Just the Vampire Blade and the Regen Stone together, just far more efficient. Like, once you have those set up, you literally have to do nothing else to just regen your health really quickly. It just does it all for you. Aren't you like a Minecraft god now with all the gear and stats you have? I was more or less like this god-like figure like 10 live streams ago. I think it really started when I just found all the stuff in the End City. If you enable the Christmas time content, which you can do in like a config file, then you'll see snow in the ether, and presents, and Christmas trees. Yeah, and the CFG file will actually appear in your config folder when you actually set up the Aether Legacy Mod. You'll find a variable called Christmas content, a Boolean variable. Just change that from false to true, and then you'll start seeing snow like I'm seeing. Have you heard from EB lately? She did drop by that Dark Castle livestream. Aside from that, not too much. Scary story. How scary. I mean, I have literally nothing else to do until I just hit another silver dungeon, so I don't see why not. I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about right now. I'm just looking for very specific dungeons, even then I don't know how many I'm gonna need to find until I actually reach my goal of just getting every last item. Because those 2 items I'm still looking for have pretty low drop rates from dungeon chests. One's like 1 in 13 times 1 over 8. So I think that's like something like 1 in 104. And then one is 1 in 13 times 1 in 4. So it's 1 in 52. And this is per loot slot, and you're usually always guaranteed 5, so per loot chest we could say like 5 out of 52 or 5 out of 104. Still, like, that latter one is like a little under roughly 1 in 20. Closer to 1 in 21. Oh, hey there, physicist. I'll see what I can do with Dark Castle this weekend. And I much prefer just stick with the PC version. Well, if I want to actually try and play any version of the game in its entirety, I'd preferably just do it with the PC version. I mean, that's the one I started with. I'd prefer to maybe just finish that. And look at the other two mainly just for comparison's sake. Physicist really wants me to play it, but I'm probably only going to play it just long enough to see just how much worse it is than like the PC version, because apparently that is really bad. That's why he wants me to play it, because of how bad it is. Like, everyone knows. Everyone seems to know just how terrible it is. And the Genesis version came later. I think that was like 91. The PC/Mac original, that was 86. I'll read that wall of text once both these guys are gone. Downloaded SMBX from a crappy website with one... That's a lot of zeros. 100 trillion plus ads and got a virus on the title screen. Level was flat and I went to the UK to meet Hello Kitty, but I never met her at the end. What kind of story is that? That's because Hello Kitty was invented in Japan. Okay, so is this like the third or the fourth Harpo we've fought so far this series? Okay, more frozen water apparently. Not sure what's causing that. Too many Harples to count. Maybe even more than 4. Yeah, like these Valkyrie Queens can only have like a certain amount of possible names they can generate with, so don't be too surprised we've seen multiples of with the same name at this point. Yeah, like they could have like a prefix that's like one of 5 possibilities. They have a midfix. 2 of the 5 midfixes are actually blank strings, so in that case her name just ends up becoming 2 syllables like this one. And 3 of the 5 midfixes are like actual more fixes. And then there's a suffix that can appear at the end of her name, so I think very likely you're just going to get a Valkyrie Queen with 2-syllable long name. You can't get one more than 3. And for the prefix, midfix, and suffix, for each of those, if I'm not mistaken, I think there were 5 different possibilities. So I think you can get up to only 125 different possible unique Valkyrie Queen names. Yeah, that midfix, that's just like the middle syllable. Sliders and Sun Spirits, on the other hand, I have no idea what their name generation code looks like. I never saw a snippet of code that shows off how their names are created. I can imagine it's something a lot more convoluted, too. Stoichiometry. Vaguely. What is that again? That has something to do with balancing equations, I assume, right? Holy shit, this lag spike. It might have just crashed. Please don't tell me it crashed. No, it's still going. Just completely stopped for whatever reason. Even then, I could just reopen it anyway. If it does crash and it froze again. I don't know why sometimes just straight up likes to do this. Still stuck here. Like always, I don't remember the procedure to actually get the answer on it. Oh, okay then. Went to Japan a minute ago and now you're already back here. So either he travels at light speed or he's just full of shit. Or he's just goofing around. I think it's like just goofing around. Yeah, like if I just get like re-informed of the procedure to get the solution to that, then I could probably do it easily too. It's just, this was so long ago, do you really think I'd remember how to do it? Well, let's just say if I did though, then I'd probably be able to answer it easily if I just remembered the exact procedure to get it. Alright, so there's the entrance. Alright, these plate legs are about to break apart at any moment now, so as soon as they do, I'll just equip the ones I have in my hotbar now. I'll probably be equipping these pretty much any moment now. think I'll clear this out of the room before fighting the Valkyrie Queen, because that just poisoned me. Yeah, I don't see those spawn in dungeons too often. Yeah, usually there's enough light to prevent them from spawning in here. So now trying to talk to her is going to be like another issue. So yeah, getting poisoned certainly doesn't help trying to hit her at all. Like, not being able to really face the right way, that's really not helping with just starting the fight much. That plus having my legs break. Well, I knew a lot of the elements. I remembered a really good chunk of them. Okay, something else just fell apart. Whoa. I think my chest plate just fell apart too. Okay, now I'm actually starting to lose a bit of health whenever I get hit, because that chest plate was apparently negating most of the damage. Well, I can just heal up off the Vampire Blade anyway, so no biggie. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I haven't lost this much health in a while, to say the least. It's just another helmet. And I'm gonna lose my boots too. If the H in Heror were silent, we could have had an angel named Error. Error, the Valkyrie Queen, that would have been the best right there. I am Error, the Valkyrie Queen. That would have been great. So let me just get my feather back on real quick. And let's just get back to looking for more dungeons. I think I also need to quickly update the kill count. Probably didn't remember to do so, so another lag spike. Still stuck here. Now I'm stuck in midair. Where am I going to land even? As soon as I can actually land, where am I going to land? Still stuck. Well, at least it didn't fall too far down and just fall out of the ether because of that spike. I don't really have any spooky stories I remember, though, unfortunately. Wow. Wow. That's pretty much like the ceiling of a bronze dungeon right there. And, like, a lot of it's just exposed. On the fly, though? It's probably not going to be any good. If I just try and make it up on the spot, it's probably going to suck. Big time. Or better yet, what if I just simply don't want to, and what if I just do the Genesis instead? Because then I have to find another emulator if such exists for the CDI, and then another ROM file. I already do have, like, the pair of emulator ROM file for the Genesis, but wouldn't know where to start looking for the CDI. And I'm dizzy again now. Right. Yeah, now moving around's all of a sudden the problem now. I'm trying to shoot this thing down, but it's just so much harder to aim your bows and arrows when you're all dizzy like that. Much easier said than done when you're dizzy like that. Just aim properly. Let's just make that chest plate again before doing anything else. Likely I won't be playing it no matter what. I mean, you already got part of your wish with the PC version. The Genesis is almost guaranteed to come up sometime soon also. Though probably less of that than of the PC version, just saying. Like, I think the more you insist with the CDI version, the less likely I'm actually going to want to play it. Or I could maybe just download it just to see how much worse. And not much else. Like I said, I do the Genesis version for a comparison's sake between that and the PC version. I could do also that and the CDI. But you won't get to see much of the CDI version, I assume, if I actually do go for it. You wouldn't see much of it. Okay, now I'm actually getting stuck in here. I was just trying to get the Gravitite, now I'm getting kind of stuck. I think I've probably actually looted it all already. So that's 8 victory medals. And again, I'm gonna need another helmet soon, it looks like. So I have one in this box I'll just equip once this one I have on me right now just falls apart. Okay, looks like some more frozen water here for whatever reason. Again, it was probably just randomly generated from the 3 possible syllables you could get when generating the queen's name. Har being the first one, Bri being the one in the middle, and Go being the final one. Lag spike again, can't move. Literally stuck. Until the game just lets me move again. Okay, now I'm free. Oh, it's just more boots. I keep getting excited every time I see a blue piece of armor because I'm looking for one specific one, the chest plate. And no, I just get like another pair of boots. Yeah, I'm going for like the rarest piece of armor too, by the way. Yeah, hi there, Arc Alpha. Still trying my luck with these dungeon chests to try and get the last 2 items I did not yet find, and still no luck so far this stream. Like I said, it was just gonna start getting really difficult to find these last 2 items because it's becoming more or less just likely that I'm simply gonna hit every other item that I already do have because I have all but 2 items from all the possible loots you can get at this point. Seems like you could be doing this for a good while, trying to get everything here, before even one of those other items shows up. Yeah, it's possible. Started the stream with 40 Valkyrie Queen Casey, and now we're at 46. I could probably easily get up to 50 by the 2-hour mark at the rate we're finding silver dungeons, easily. Could get up to 50 and then just stop the stream there. At this rate, we're probably going to get to 50 KC. Yeah, the PC version wasn't outright horrendous. Had potential, but unfortunately, many of the controls were pretty sluggish. Like, the whole also throwing the rock with the mouse was pretty unfortunate, too. Yeah, because more often than, well, maybe not more often than not, but pretty damn often, I find myself just trying to mouse around the game window, trying to throw a rock, and then I'd actually accidentally click off the window because there's nothing telling me whether or not my mouse is actually hovering over the game or not, because it was such a tiny window if you didn't see right near the beginning of the stream when I just showed you how small my emulator window was compared to, like, the rest of my computer monitor's size. Like, it probably wasn't even 10% the size of my computer monitor, like the little window I had to look at to play the game through. And then I had to keep my mouse over that to actually throw rocks properly. Of course it wasn't going to be easy. Of course I'd struggle a bit trying to throw rocks sometimes. And then surprisingly, I'd somehow have like decent accuracy like later on in the stream. Despite like the controls definitely could have been using work, to say the least. Like those definitely could have been better. Though I do have to wonder if you were actually able to play it on full screen on like the original Mac that it was made for. Like, I wonder if the original game was actually full screen, and I just have an emulator, and I have to play it on a really tiny window. Because let's say if it was full screen, then I think, like, the rock throwing would have probably been a bit easier? Because at least if that was the case, then no matter where your mouse was on the screen, you could actually just move it around to aim the rock. But, like, in my case, I had only a very tiny space on the screen with which I could do that. And no, I did try to look for a way to resize that window, but couldn't find anything. That was literally as big as I can make it. It's all about broken mechanics. Many of the mechanics in that were broken, quite frankly. Yeah, the stair climbing makes you just wish you were playing Castlevania instead. And even then, Castlevania has been known to be pretty infamous for its stairs. Yeah, in Dark Castle, by the way, again, you couldn't even attack while you were on the stairs. Just like how Alucard can't attack while on stairs in Castlevania 3, like... Pretty much the same was true for Dark Castle, but you could never attack on stairs at all. It wasn't just restricted to one of your playable characters, it was just like, you can't attack on stairs, period. And I think you're even slower on those stairs than you are in Castlevania, and in Castlevania, you're already slow enough on the stairs. Right, I do want to go here now. I don't know if I can make that throw. Let me see if I can maybe make the throw now. I'll aim like so. Might end up on the roof, perhaps. Wait, I think I just overshot it. No! Oh, wow. Okay, I guess I didn't overshoot it. Not even sure what that was there. That just got me to take all that suffocation damage there. Really good thing I have 20 hearts, because... like, something like that could have been lethal if I didn't have, like, as much health to work with. There's another gold dungeon right next to the silver one. So I think I'll just grab some more medals while I'm at it, so I can kind of slack on doing so in some of the other dungeons I'll do. Because at this rate, we're definitely going to have to clear out more dungeons than just, like, the one we're on now. Like, I'm gonna have to look at my Valkyrie kill count real soon. Like, it's gonna be something like at least 500 Valkyries any moment now. And we're still probably not gonna be finished with it yet. Alright then, hill pull, let's go. Yeah, we should easily reach 50 by the end of this stream at the rate we're going. Nada. Yeah, pretty much nothing I'm looking for there. Have all those items already. What else can I say? Oh, yup. Like, what do you expect when I can't even see where I'm standing? Like, what else am I supposed to do and I can't even see where I'm standing properly? So yeah, we haven't seen the overworld in a while, but pretty much ended up here by accident because I couldn't even find out where to stand because the cloud was blocking out the ground. Like, that cloud was just simply not letting me even properly see where I was standing, so no surprise I just took a step in the wrong place and that just caused me to fall back to the overworld. Well, at least I'm nowhere near, like, concerned about running out of glowstone. Yeah, like, running out of glowstone certainly shouldn't be an issue. I just spawned under one of the floating islands. Okay, I'd rather not be under, I'd rather be on top of it. Get me on top, please. Again, I'm trying to just face north, simply. No, not exactly. How did it have no instruction manual? Even then, for a game like that, would you really need an instruction manual? Yeah, I did, but it was probably like a month or two ago. I'm gonna assume I didn't undershoot it. And now it's not even letting me throw Ender Pearls. At all. Game's not even letting me throw them. Fine, I guess I'll just land here and make another Aether Portal. Yeah, thankfully this is only just like a waste of a small amount of time. And if this keeps happening as often as it's happening right now, I think I'm going to want to grab more water. And as soon as I find a silver dungeon, more glowstone too. Waiting for Chunk. No wonder that took like as much time as it did to load. Like, look at that lighting job the game has to just go through. Like, no wonder it took so long to load all that. That lighting, though. I do want to see a bit. I think I'm actually just gonna tunnel up through here. I'll just tunnel upwards through the island, and then that should put me on the top of it sooner or later. Okay, there we go. So that just put me right in front of a gold dungeon. See what else I might have possibly just missed. Probably won't spend too long looking this direction, though. I'll probably just continue to go north as I plan to for like the rest of the whole live stream. Just go north and see what I find going north. Okay, so there's another of my portals, apparently. I don't even remember where this one came from. Okay, can I not simply just fall out of the ether again this time? Can I maybe actually get back on track and find more silver dungeons, please? Or am I just gonna find more clouds now? Okay, there's an island. I'm gonna just go towards that. Starting to actually run out of blocks to pillar up with. So I'd have to use the glowstone, potentially. Or the obsidian, or just anything. You can't use gravitite ore. I still have to use up more blocks to just make it up here. I don't even know if this will be enough. I'll use my sun altar to pillar up one last block. Look at this pillar I just made. Look at it. So I'm actually going to go back for the sun altar. Look at that pillar. That looks horrible. So I'm going to just go and grab this because it's just really nice to have this. And then I'll fly back. There's another gold dungeon. I'm trying to find more silver ones. Now I just saw like 2 gold ones in a row. What is this? So I guess I'll fly down here next. This will be my next stop. Okay, there we go, finally. Another silver dungeon. I was really just waiting to see another of these. I was really wondering, like, where the hell could this have been all this time? Yeah, like, maybe I could pull off 50 Valkyrie Queen kills. If I keep finding more silver dungeons, that is. I mean, there's our 48th one. And I gotta go to the other side of it to enter it. I have plenty of victory medals. I have 8. Still a pretty nice amount. If I only get 2 right now, then decide to just go straight to the Queen, then I need to grab all 10 for, like, the Valkyrie Queen fight after this one. So I'll grab a couple extra. That, or maybe I'll just grab whatever I end up making spawn, while I just simply go to the Valkyrie Queen's lair. Maybe I'll just fight whatever Valkyries do appear and then just take their medals and then just, yeah. Three pairs of Valkyrie legs and another pair of boots. What is this? Three Valkyrie leggings! Yeah, they really are that common. Three of them. 3 Valkyrie legs. Okay, I think I just made these trapdoors start floating. So what if I just break the blocks normally? Well, they... Okay, they are. I guess they are intended to just float, even if, like, their support block is broken. Just having a bit of fun with the Valkyrie Queen's throne here, because why not? Let's just see what it looks like on the ceiling, because why the hell not? One, two, three, four. That's a nice throne. I'll just leave it like that, whatever. Yeah. Gravitite is fun, to say the very least. It's fun. Not sure how some of those just ended up dropping randomly, but hey. Another gold dungeon over there, it looks like. But I'm only trying to find silver ones at this point. Maybe I'll just try and find 2 more silver dungeons, just so I could have an even 50 kill count. Even then, I don't know how long finding each of those will take. Yeah, I think like the longer part is just gonna be finding those dungeons. Because obviously I know how to clear them, that's like no problem, it's just finding them is the thing. Stuck again. Okay, now I'm free. Okay, more gravitite. I'll just pick this up. I'll just take it because it's always nice to have. I mean, make really good armor with it, so definitely will just take whatever gravitite I can find that's easy to reach. It's equivalent to diamonds, but like easier to find in general. Because you can find a lot of it that's not actually hidden underneath like a bunch of stones, so you don't have to go out of your way to search for it most of the time. Okay, it looks like there are no more islands to land on, so I'm probably gonna end up back in the overworld again. Probably gonna be landing back in the overworld. Yep. Not seeing any islands. Yeah, I'll just keep facing north. I'll fly a bit further north, and then I'll consider maybe placing this next Aether portal, because I don't want to spawn on top of more clouds and then possibly just fall out of the Aether again, because there's no island to land on. Say like I'm pretty much miles above a sunflower plains. It's getting dark. Looks nice and all, but don't really need food at all here. I still have this whole stack of cooked pork chops I can use. So yeah, don't really need food. This would be a nice place just to gather some, but not in need of any, so I'll just leave it. Okay, so there's our... Nice. Or I could grab the glowstone from this portal that just spawned. Perhaps. See how much of it I can get. Oh, I'm definitely gonna want to take a closer look there. I like what I see there, that's for sure. That's not even enough glowstone to craft my next portal. Another silver dungeon, let's go. I'm just gonna throw these out because I never use these for anything anyways. So I need to go to the other side to actually enter this dungeon. I'll clear out this one, then I'll consider trying to find one more silver dungeon so I can have an even 50 by the time we're done the stream. And I don't know if I'll be getting another 10 next stream or not. I have 6. Now 7. Now stuck again. How many times have I got stuck like this so far this stream? At least 6 or 7 times now? And it's only ever happened in the Aether too. I've never experienced anything that bad on the overworld. Probably because, at least on the overworld, in the Nether and in the end, I can just turn a bunch of my graphics settings down so that it just runs much smoother, but whatever I seem to do in the Aether doesn't seem to make a difference. Okay, now she's running away. So yeah, this whole stone block cage thing here is probably not going to work. Like, as soon as I try that, she just, like, starts running away. Like, I'd have to probably build that ahead of time if I wanted something like that to work. Okay, so one more and then we'll have like a 50 Valkyrie Queen kill count. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the Neptune plate body. Now we have one more item left to find. 49th Valkyrie Queen, we get the Neptune body. After 49 chests, we finally got it. Now we're down to looking for a single item. Now we have to find one last item. And then we can pretty much be done this for good. Down to one item. Nice! Probably would have been a bit more epic if I got that on my 50th chest, but that's still, like, better now than, like, never. Like, even then, like, why should I really care whether or not I get that 50th chest or one before? Point is, I got it. A shovel. I'm missing the Valkyrie shovel now. Another major lag spike. So let me tell you, I'm going to be the happiest man alive once I find this shovel. Okay, let's try to not fall out of the world again, so... Shit, I should have actually picked up some glowstone from up there. I guess I'll have to try harder to not fall out of the world. So yeah, now we're down to looking for a single item at this point. Now we literally have to find just one more item, and then I can just start wrapping up the series. So essentially a god shovel, yes. Never tried this hard to attain a shovel under any other circumstances. Yeah, it's pretty much all coming down to a specific shovel at this point. Would you believe it? That the one item I really want to get now is a specific shovel. And it probably functions exactly like your ordinary gravitite shovel as well, I would assume. Except for not having the ability to make dirt blocks fly when right-clicking them. But it's just like a rare item, which I have not seen yet in those 49 chests I've done so far. Yeah, I have yet to see one at all. So maybe that could be the rarest item for all we know in all those silver chests. Maybe that's the really rare one. So that's pretty much like the last thing I have to worry about finding. Once we have a Valkyrie shovel, it's pretty much over. You have to believe we're now at one item missing. Yeah, at the rate we're going, I wasn't expecting to get any sort of progress on whatsoever. But now we're down to like our last item. And once that's done, we're pretty much just straight up finished. Yeah, you missed that. I put it in the shulker box, but yeah, it says Neptune chestplate. That's the one chestplate I was missing for all this time, and now I have one. So now I'm down to my last item that I don't yet have, which is the Valkyrie shovel. Saw a shit ton of axes. A few pickaxes, but still no shovels. I was still looking for the god shovel even before, but now it's the only thing I can find that'll just let me make progress, because it's literally the last thing that I'm missing. Yeah, the only reason that that's like the one thing that can let me make progress, because that's the one thing that's actually left to do. I have everything else. Just imagine if we get back-to-back unique loots. Which I don't really expect it to happen. I mean, we already got our chest plate. I'm not expecting to get that much luckier for like the 50th chest we're gonna do. And even then, we still have to find a silver dungeon to go clear. And only then can I actually start thinking about getting my 50th silver dungeon loot. Yeah, because that's so relatable. What makes it so good is that it's so relatable, too. I don't know, trying to not wake up your parents in the next room. No, I wasn't saying it was actually a good game, it's just that line there is just so relatable, that's all I was trying to say. So I think that's probably going to be our... Let me see if that's a silver dungeon. Yeah, it is. Pretty isolated one, but it's a silver dungeon, alright. Again, I think I'm only taking this damage because of the lag. I think if it wasn't lagging, I wouldn't even take this fall damage at all. Why do I keep getting stuck there is beyond me. That has to be a glitch of some... This has to be a glitch of some sort. This just has to be like a really dumb glitch that's making this happen. Now I can't even get any blocks to drop. Like, I'd like to pick these up, but I'm not allowed to grab them. It's just not letting me go grab them. Okay, I can get in through here. At least now I can get in. Alright, so silver dungeon number 50. Let's just go and get this over with. That's 5 victory medals. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, to believe I now have to find one specific shovel and then I'm actually just done the entire series. Yeah, that's what I said earlier in these live streams. It's gonna definitely have to happen by the end of the year. Maybe even by the middle of the year. Possibly. I'll decide what's next. I'll still have to look at Galacticraft, by the way. If it's as big as you're saying it is, then it's definitely worth a look-see. I don't even think the strength potions are going to help that much. Unless I just want to try and get the fastest possible kill. Yeah, but even then, that would literally be just a show off, I'm pretty sure. Let me also grab some glowstone while we're here. I do want to do that as well, by the way. Because I've been meaning to get some glowstone back, because I pretty much had none on me for like the past couple minutes. Because if I end up falling out of the Aether and I don't have glowstone, then I actually have to go into the Nether and then lose my obsidian to actually simply go grab more glowstone. So let me just get this out of the way real quick. Why is her throne so big beats me. Like, it looks like it's big enough for like 2 people to sit in, maybe even 3 or 4. And that's just one queen there. Looks like 3 people could sit in that, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody failed at proportions, it seems. Or maybe that. Okay, so again, we really shouldn't have to worry about glowstone. That's a pretty good supply. Right, now let's actually open up that chest. Axe, pickaxe, axe. 3 Valkyrie tools, none of which are what I was looking for. Yeah, like, these axes seem to be fairly common, and the shovel's, like, almost unheard of. Like, I think the shovel might be the rarest item. Never mind, like, the chest plate. I think the shovel's, like, gonna be, like, the rarest. So, yeah. That. Yeah, for whatever reason, some of these blocks are still actually unbreakable. So that's, like, I think that's my 4th Valkyrie pickaxe right there. Of course, I'm gonna keep facing north. Oh, nice. You hit 50 subs, I hit 50 KC for Valkyrie Queen. So I really do have to wonder just how rare that could possibly be, that shovel. Like, I wonder if the drop rate that Kino told me earlier is actually right, because it might be even rarer than that. From what I can imagine, it could easily be rarer. So I'm still facing north, and I'm just gonna continue to go in that direction next stream. Just to see if maybe I can hit the shovel eventually. Kind of feel bad for Harry. He just got here and I already stopped the stream because it's getting a little late. I don't even imagine I'll have any time in the evening to spare tomorrow to continue, but Friday, very likely. What's my occupation? Aspiring video game designer?